Hello everybody, Pilot 83 here, bringing you another tutorial on the ATR. We are in the beautiful ATR 72600 today. We're going to do a tutorial on starting this plane realistically. This information I got from the Microsoft Flight Simulator videos that they did on the ATR with the real ATR pilot, so I jotted down what he did, which was pretty close to what I already do. I did some things out of order and a couple things I missed. But definitely good videos to watch. I will tag it below because it goes in detail on why we do some of these things and what they mean. Now in this video we're not going to go through the test just because it takes way longer and I'm sure y'all don't want to watch all that, and also the plane doesn't have random failures. Now the day that we get a plane in the sim that does have random failures, at least on console, we will definitely go through those. But if y'all do want to see a video on those tests, I will gladly do that for you. I wish this plane did have random failures. It'd make it much more, I don't know, more immersion to me. But for now, we'll go through this and see what we can do. Let's go ahead and hop in. Alright, so we are in the plane. We are in the cockpit. First thing we're going to do, y'all, is we're going to go down here to our aircraft page. I'm going to go ahead and remove the wheel chalk. So go ahead and turn on ground power. Now we're going to go up here to our overhead panel. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. So we're going to turn on the battery. Battery's on. There we go. Alright, so we now got two screens coming on. Now from what I understand from watching the video, in real life they do not rush going past these screens. It is important that this gets fully loaded before they move on. But in this video we will go past it, but in real life they wait for these to come up. I think it's about 45 seconds. But let's go ahead and move on. So once you turn your battery on, guys, you're going to go right down to the external power. Alright, so click on external power there. Alright, and that's going to go ahead and give us the rest of our screens. From there, we're going to go ahead and turn on our nav light, let people know that we are an active aircraft. Then we're going to come up here to our hydraulics. We got three switches we need to click. We got the blue pump, aux pump, and the green pump. Click all three of those. Then come down to your prop brake. We're going to uncage the prop brake, move it up. Boom. There we go. And from my understanding, a big use for this prop brake is you can have this on so your engines could be running, but the prop itself will not actually be spinning, and you can use that engine power that's generating to run the plane. Alright, so from there, let's go ahead and turn on our DC Gen 1 and 2. Sorry guys, the wrong button. There we go. You're going to get fault on both of those. Don't worry about that. Okay, so from there we'll go ahead and come down here. Go ahead and turn on your seat belts. And we're going to arm our emergency lights. Don't turn them on, just arm them. Then come up to your windshield heating. It'll say HTG on it. 1 and 2, left and right. Click both of those. They will say fault as well. Do not worry about that. Now we'll come up here to our AC converter box. I'm going to turn on generator 1 and generator 2. Okay. Then come down here to our annunciation lights. We're going to turn those on to bright. There we go. Come up here. We're going to turn on the oxygen. There we go. So now we have that all set up. So let's now move on. We're now going to go to the flight guidance control panel, which is right here. So from this point, we're going to go to the nav source here. We're going to switch it from nav source 1 to VOR 1. So move this. There we go. Okay. So we got that set there. Now we're going to set our heading to the direction of the runway, which will be taken off, and we will also be setting our course as well to match that. So I don't have a flight plan set up in this plane yet on what I'm doing, but you can come out here to your runway if you're not sure what you're doing here. So it says 31, so that'd be 310 degrees. So go ahead and move this to 310 on the heading and move the course to 310 as well. This one's a little more finicky than that other one. Alright, so we got that set up. Now, wherever our flight altitude would be for the cruise altitude, we're going to set that. So like I said, I don't have a flight plan in this. We're not actually going flying in this video, so we're just pretending that we have this set up. So altitude selector, so I'm going to go ahead and just say, let's say 18,000. Boom. Alright, so now we have that set. I'm going to turn on this master caution. Alright, so now we have that set. Okay, now let's move on. Oops. Okay. So from there, this would be the point you would set your comms and nav radio, which are right here. So to set those, you just come down here and go to click comm, which is already in there. You click nav, do that there. Then you would put in your frequencies right here, and you would just press enter depending on where you are going, and then we can switch from our active to standby just like that. So, and you could also set it on auto as well. Okay. Now let's go down here to our bearing pointer 1 and 2. I'm going to turn those on. That's for our VOR. Okay, so after we do that, we will see right here our VOR pop up right here. It'll also give us our DME as well. So very helpful. Keep that up right there. Okay, then let me remember. From that point there, we can go down to the MCDU, set up our flight plan. If you're not sure of an easy way of doing this, you can go back to my last video I did on this, and I have a whole tutorial of an easy way of setting up a flight plan in this. So we'd go up here to FMS 1 Act, go down to Init, okay, and then we'd go down to Position Init. So we need to get our GPS position. So if y'all are not aware of how to get this easily, you could just click this right here, and there you go. Click return back. Now we go down to weight. So our zero fuel weight, fuel on board, and gross weight. So if y'all don't know these, or if you don't want to do the math, you can just long press these, and you will get the numbers. I showed y'all this in my last video. Boom. There we go. We see our reserve fuel, got 1,323 pounds. Alright, so from there we can go back again. We can go to performance in it. Alright, so it's already got our cruise altitude that we set up here. Okay, so that's good there. Our altitude, cruise altitude, so we could put this in right here if we want to. So this would be Padu. Since we're not flying, this isn't really going to make a difference, but just for demonstration, click that, and then we can go to our altitude, which was 18,000, so 1,800. Boom, and just click right there. There we go. Now let's go back. Go to flight plan init. Go to route. Like I said, we're not actually going to fly this. We're just setting this up for demonstration with setting up this plane. So from this point here, we're going to, we can make up a flight ID. We don't need one. This doesn't really make a difference for what we're doing, and it's not going to make a difference in your flight plan either. So we'll just put Papa 0083. Okay. Boom. Go to our from and to. Oh, sorry, not yet. I jumped the gun, guys. We need to make something up. So we are at Unalaska, so that is Padu. Oh, there we go. So Padu, P, Papa Alpha, Delta Uniform, then /. Okay. Where, I'm trying to think what's close to Padu. Pawn. I said this is just, I'm just making this up as we go for demonstration, so don't worry about this. Put what you want. Like I said, refer to my last video on this. Okay, click from and to. You're probably going to get a little bit of a, oh, it didn't actually give me a lag that time. Alright, so hit execute there. We now got those green. We got them right there. Okay. So now we need to set a departure. We're at runway 31. I'm not going to worry about a SID for this right now. Execute that. Now let's go to Pawn. Actually, we're just making this up. We just do localizer 15. We could do star train. Okay. Don't need any stars. There's no transitions in this, so that's fine. Okay. So we have that there. Now we have a flight plan discontinuity here. We need to put in our waypoints or a VOR, something there to go in between those. Like I said, this is demonstration, so don't pay too much attention to this. This is going to be different for y'all, so I just click that right there. And then we could do, what is it, Waxum. So go to Waxum, so boom, boom. Okay, and then we can hit clear, and then clear out this flight plan discontinuity, and then hit execute. There we go. So that is the flight plan. Got it loaded up in there, so that is awesome. Okay, so once you get all that set up, guys, we're getting to the part of getting this actual plane started. We're now going to go from there, and we're going to go back up here to our flight guidance control panel. We can turn nav mode on, and we will see where this says VOR right now, so we need to switch this back to nav 1. Now it will say LNAV below it. That's what we want. Then we need to go to VNAV. See if it'll work today for us. It did. Even see VNAV IS. So then now the plane has all the bindings it needs to basically fly itself. And you saw how I clicked on there, it still says off even though it's on. That is a bug with the plane, so don't worry too much about that. We will now set our barometers at this moment. Easy way to do that is just hit B on the keyboard, and those are set. Okay, so now we're going to go back up to the overhead panel, and we are going to starting this plane. Alright, so back up here. So now guys, we're going to go to our fuel. We're going to turn fuel pump 1 and 2 on. So 1 on, 2 on. There we go. Now we're going to turn our engine start to, you could do A and B, but for this we'll do A. And then we're going to click engine number 2 starter. So when that's above 10%, we're going to come down here. And we're going to move this into feather. Alright, so we hear the engine coming on, but you'll notice the prop is not spinning. We're now using the engine as our APU. So that's a cool little feature of that. So at this point here, we're about to start spinning the prop. We'll go ahead and turn our beacon light on. Okay. Come down here to our prop brake. Turn that off. Go right there. See, engine's kicking on. Perfect. So we can now go ahead and move this into, actually, we can actually go down to, we can go to turning off the external power. We can turn our GPU off. There we go. And we can move this into automatic. Charging up there. Awesome. Okay. So now that we've done that, at this point we can go down to performance. Click performance. We'll see our V1, VR, and V2 speeds. We see that they're in yellow. So we need to confirm takeoff data. So now we click that. Now it is confirmed. These are now green. Alright, so the plane is now configured. So you get that configure warning, plane not being configured. That's what this thing is referring to. Okay, so now, oh, my bad, guys. At that point, we would also, you don't have to, but you could turn this back off. But at this point here, we go down to start B. All right. Start 1 on. Let's see. There we go. Once it gets about 45%, we can go ahead and turn this into auto. Alright, we now have both engines running. Plane is sounding great. Now we can come up here. Alright. Go to our TRU switch. I'm not really sure what that stands for. I'm trying to figure out what that means. We're going to click that, then re-shut it. Okay. Then we're going to go to our probe heats. For captain, standby, first officer. We're going to turn those on. Alright, we got that set. Let's go back to our ND. Alright, we go ahead and set our flaps down to 15. Take off the gust lock. So the last thing really to do at this moment, we just took off the gust lock. We can go to surveillance, and this is where we put in our transponder code, our squawk code. It has 7,000 right now, but that's where we would put that in, and we would get that set up. Then from this point we could remove the parking brake, just like that, and the plane is going to start rolling. Alright, so you're going to need your toe brakes to keep the plane still at that point. Alright, so we would be going into taxi mode. So we turn those on. And now the plane is set and ready to taxi. Alright, put parking brake back on. Alright guys, and that's going to do it for this video. I hope this video is helpful. I believe I got that correct. If I missed something, let me know. I will have another tutorial coming out on going from the taxi to takeoff and get this plane all set up in the air. As always, y'all, I am Pilot 83. Thank you all guys for your continued love and support. Please come join mine and my team's Discord. It's in the description below. I also have Instagram. It is my YouTube name, Pilot0083. Give me a follow. Be greatly appreciated, guys. It's a more personal space for me. I share a lot more personal stuff in there and kind of blog and stuff. Just do a bunch of little random things in there, a bunch of pictures. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Let's hope for the 737. I'll see you all next time, guys. Happy flying out there. If you made it this far, thank you so much. If you like this video and you feel like I earned your subscription, please hit that subscribe button and that like button so you don't miss out. Until next time, guys, see you in the air.